take my wide, thick, crappy putty knife, because the edge of that screw is out just a bit, and I'll whack on that. And that flattens down that edge. And it looks as though I didn't even put a screw in there, even though it's at an angle. Same head and everything. Had I put in a bigger, a bigger head, would have stuck out further, but you can't hardly even tell that I've got that in at an angle. Even though it's in an angle, that little edge of that would be sticking out. Okay, there. It almost looks like I didn't even do anything to that door, right? Okay, so if you watch my other, if you watch the other videos on this particular door, you would see now that I'm done with it. And in fact, I didn't really do a whole lot to this door because it was not sagging. I checked the sag. I did have to adjust this strike plate, and it had a little nib in there on the tab, and I was able to do that with a screwdriver. If you haven't watched that video, you know, feel free to watch my videos, any of them. That's why I make these. I make these all for you, okay? So, it looks like this top hinge pin isn't in all the way. Let's see. See there? I should tap that down because the painters are going to come. I didn't even touch that. It's been up like that for 17 years. Had they have masked that off, had I tapped that down, they're going to change the color of this door frames a little bit to a little bit whiter. Then they masked that off, then I tapped that down later, you'd see a line there. Okay, so that's something else I'm going to have to be cognizant about on my travels through checking all of these doors. I've been checking all these doors in the house. I still got upstairs to do, but I've looked at a few of these doors. I'm now going to end up working on this one here. So I got the drill prop issue here, and I think, oh, up there even. Hey. And I also got to work on this door, but luckily, see, one there is missing, and down there, and it's missing because I tightened those up by hand before, and it was just turning. So I knew those needed to be fixed. So, man, I was a little disappointed that I didn't have to take these 3 doors down. I was going to show you that, but I'm sure I'll come across some other ones that I'm going to have to drill. Like probably this one. No, see, this one is coming out further at an angle. So if I have to put some screws in here, in fact I do. I got that one. I can still put the drill in at an angle there. So I'm good with that door. But I'll probably come up against the door somewhere. Then I'm gonna have to take it out, because remember on this one, if you didn't see that video, I couldn't put the drill in there at the angle, because see how close this one is. That's what I'm talking about. You got the door casing and stuff, and you only got an inch and a half there before this wall. So mind you, I can only push the door back so far to then get in there with the drill at the angle. That's why I ended up taking this door down. And see, this door, I've got this one is all adjusted properly, but that screw was loose. This screw was loose. So on this particular door, I'm gonna have to take this one down. I'll make that on a separate video, I think. And I'll show you again how I take this door down, because you may be thinking, oh, I don't know, I can't do that. I've never done that. I don't know how to do that. VideoJoe, he makes it look so easy. Or if I watch a door company, they come in here, whack, 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 they're all done. Yeah, it costs you $75 to $100 out of your pocket or whatever. You know, all the stuff that I'm doing today, granted, I've been in here for, if I wasn't doing any videos, I'd probably be in here for the last 3 hours just working on doors. If you had a door company come in here, fixing sagging doors that I've been doing, adjusting strike plates, putting screws in the hinges, taking doors down, putting them back up, doing all that kind of stuff, having all my material here, going back to the store and getting more material and all that kind of stuff. I'd probably charge you $100 an hour. And so I got $300 invested right now. You just watching these videos, I just saved you probably $275, probably had 20 bucks, $25 worth of material for the screws and maybe a couple other things, some bits because you broke a bit because you didn't put it in there properly, or something like that, or you had to get a step ladder. You got a nice step ladder like this one, and it sets you back, who knows, 35, 40 bucks. Well, you just save because you're doing things on your own, okay? Keep watching my videos and I'll save you even more money, okay? So I'm not going to finish this video just yet. I'm going to go ahead and drill those out and drill the other one so I can be done with these other 2 doors, and I'll have fixed 3 doors on this particular video, okay? But things to consider by starting to do things on your own, so that you can start saving even more money around the house, make your wife proud of you, make your significant other proud of you, make yourself proud of you. If you live by yourself, you just want to pick up bits and pieces. You keep watching some of my videos. Any video you watch, you probably pick up something if you just watch it long enough, maybe even if it's only 15 seconds worth of 30 seconds worth out of a 5-minute video. You catch that 30 seconds and it might have saved you grief over the rest of the span of your life. And maybe you ended up knowing some sort of trick you didn't know before, and now you can fix all kinds of doors, and you got all the other stuff. Oh, that's how he does that. That's how he gets that screwed in there. That's how you fix a sagging door, by doing that. I knew you could do something with hinges, and that's how he does it. Okay, you just watch that and you just learn something, okay? So, on with my video, shall we? Put the rest of the screws in there and the rest of the screws in over there, and I believe my 2-inch screws are still working. I'm using number 8 by 2 inch. Number 8 is the head size, and it's a flat Phillips. See, flat Phillips, and it looks like that. And my advice would be, not all hinges are going to be the same. These are 3.5-inch hinges, I believe. I get my tape out, measure that. You see there? That's called a 3.5-inch hinge. Well, they also have, did you know they have 3-inch hinges? They also have 4-inch hinges. They also have 4.5-inch hinges. Let me show you a bigger hinge. I think there's a particular door down here with a bigger hinge on it. Here's a, look at these hinges. Most of the time, these usually are in commercial doors and stuff. See this? What is that? Hey? 4.5 inches. And the reason why I'm telling you that is each hinge size has a different screw head. This is much bigger screw head than the ones for a 3.5-inch hinge like these. So my advice would be, take whatever screw you've got that you want to get extra, take it to the store. See how much taller these hinges are, and see with the taller hinges you got 4 screws, and see how you got these 2 that are close to the outside, then you got 2 on the inside. See, square corner. This happens to be ball bearing ones, because you can see this little thing right there. That's called a ball bearing hinge, a BB hinge. So there's a ball bearing in there, and see, the hinge pin is in there. Now see this? This particular one has, see, this little nib thing is on there, and that's pounded up in there. Then you have to take something smaller in there instead of a nail set to get the hinge pin out. So then I would need to take an 8-penny, common nail. This is what's common nail, or you can get a vinyl sinker, 8D vinyl sinker. And I could cut the tip of it off, and then I would hold that up there. I would hold that up there with my cutters, you know, and hold the nail up there so I don't hit my fingers. I used to just hold the nail up there and then hit the nail, and then it would come off and pinch my finger. Oh, I've done that many times. That's why now I don't do that. I just use these like I showed you before. Works out good. Then you use that and put it up in there. Because see, lots of times the nail set, depending what kind of nail set you have, maybe it doesn't go up there far enough. Or maybe it does. This particular one, I think it would. Tap it just enough and get that up. I don't know. I don't know if it would go up all the way, but like 4-inch hinges or 3.5-inch hinges, sometimes when they have this, the hole's so small that you can only put the pin in or the nail set just barely in there. It's not far enough to tap it up there far enough. That's why you got to use a nail. All these different tips and tricks that you are learning because you're watching my videos. Way to go.